Another action-packed edition of sports this morning has just kicked off from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, what other way can we start the show? Let's tell you the story of match day one of the Channels National Kids Cup. That's it right there. Goals, fun, and excitement tells the story. 42 goals scored on day one of the Channels National Kids Cup, and spectators were entertained. They passed through fun and excitement.
Yeah, definitely. And we're in Spain, in Copa del Rey. They couldn't get much of that, of the goals you're talking about, because Barcelona had to wait for the extra time for them to defeat Sevilla 2-0 to win their 28th title in Copa del Rey. The closest club that is very close to them happens to be Athletic Bilbao, 23, and Real Madrid is on 19. So catch them if you can when it comes to Copa del Rey.
Yeah, congratulations to Barcelona. Congratulations to Luis Enrique as well, to another domestic double. Also on the show, but this time in the NBA, defending champions, the Golden State Warriors, have once again been left thunderstruck following a 133-105 thumping in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Austin, Cecilia, I think we have a series on our hands.
I know.
We have a series on our hands.
Disadvantaged Warriors, like what's going on? I saw how fired up the Thunder were in that match, and if you watch the highlights, there was a part that Steph Curry was wondering, like, what's going on? I know what's going on.
I mean, you can understand his worries. I mean, for the first time in his playoff career, he had a 3-point attempt blocked. Wow. I mean, who blocks Steph Curry 3 points out? Yeah, so
when it gets to the real deal, someone will, and this is the real deal. Wow. But I'm just trying to imagine, Cecilia, tell you what sort of story will come here to say after talking so well and so much about the Golden State Warriors all season, and then this is happening now. Wow.
Remember what Carlo Ancelotti said, where it says when it was at Real Madrid, when they were actually on a very great winning streak, the goals and everything, the record that they said. He says at the end of the day, if they don't get to win the league, that's the end. So when it happens like that, the records would definitely be there. But the story would have been better and sweeter if you actually crown it all with a title. And if they don't get that, it's going to be difficult. But the way Russell Westbrook and, of course, Kevin Durant, those two lads, the way they play, well, I really don't know who can actually catch up with them, because they were particularly awesome in this game.
Confirmation of the results, 133-105, mother thumping, annihilation, label it whatever you want to label it. The fact remains the Warriors didn't turn up yesterday, and they got defeated. And Game 4 is on, it's tomorrow actually, so the Warriors will be hoping to bounce back in that one and level this particular series. Like you mentioned earlier, Kevin Durant was the man of the match. For me and for a lot of pundits, he played 32 minutes, had 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
That's spectacular coming from him. And, you know, when you have a player like this, when he's actually at his best, it's difficult for any player to stop him. So that's the way it is. Now, Thunder taking the series 2-1.
Wow.
So it's going to be tough.
Wow.
Well, I know Warriors will definitely want to bounce back in the second and making it 2-2. Maybe we just go down the wire to Game 7.
It might be looking like that.
And we love that, actually. Because we'd like to see it go all the way. They'll pay for the sins of that game that they lost at home. And they need to show us champion stuff. Tayo, Cecilia, all the records broken, everything said and done this season about the Warriors, and then you don't have them come out of this conference. There'll be a lot of talk. I mean, they don't have a chance to defend their title.
That'll be very disappointing.
Very, very
Obviously,
disappointing.
like I said, at the end of the day, what counts is who was the champion, you know, after the season. And for the Warriors, after breaking that most win in a season, record in a season, for them to go out in the Western Conference Finals won't be good enough for the franchise. So I know it's too early to write them off. You can't even write a team like Golden State off, because I believe they'll show their battling qualities in Game 4 to try and level it up and take it back to Oakland.
I know. I like it. I like the sort of pressure this will put them to. Let's actually see the best out of this. This is just talk, because I mean the Thunder they left it to when they wanted it most. This is the period where you need to turn up, where you need to get results.
Exactly. And remember, a lot of people didn't really give them a chance against the Spurs. It was supposed to be the Spurs versus the Warriors in the finals, but it's not. So
because the Spurs also had a good run. They were fantastic.
I mean, the second best team in the NBA. NBA. So for them to knock off the second best team in the NBA, a lot of commentators wonder if they can take a step further by knocking off the best team in the history of the NBA.
And right now,
like that.
And right now, what they're telling us is be careful when you talk about us. Just be careful because they might just shock you again. All right, that's it for the NBA players. The Golden State Warriors, they need to bounce back and prove to us that they're indeed defending champions of the league. From the NBA, let's go to Spain. Cecilia, I like the way you put it. Barcelona, it seems they love the Copa del Rey.
They love it.
Definitely, because, I mean, watching the game last night, it was spectacular, end-to-end game. I mean, even at the time where Javier Mascherano was sent off, I felt, okay, down to 10 men and 39 minutes, how can they even cope? You know, your defender is out, you know, Barcelona, when it comes to, I mean, defensively,
they're not really the best defensive side, so for them to lose a defender.
You understand? I was like, how are they going to cope with this? I mean, Sevilla, fresh from this one. I was wondering what was wrong with him here. I mean, this was actually childish. I mean, someone like Javier Mascherano can't do this.
It's not. Cecilia, it's trying to stop someone that wants to go and score.
He panicked. He panicked and
the guy had to fall down. So, like, I mean, even when he did that press, why he just leave it?
That's defensive duty. He has to stop him, and he did. You know, sometimes they don't know how close the referee is to them. See, Cecilia, these players, they do a lot of things. He didn't just know that the referee was actually following the action. I told you how this guy kept on kicking Kelechi Iheanacho El Neni because he knows the play is not with them. So he kicks you, he pulls him down, he does everything. And Sevilla, coming off the bounce of winning the Europa League, they were coming on strong. But I tell you guys, if it was the Europa League, Sevilla would have won.
I mean, fair point there. I mean, Barcelona, the love affair with the Kings Cup, with the Copa del Rey is well documented. It's the 28th title.
Wow.
And like I said, if it was the Europa League, probably Sevilla would have won out because we know their love affair with our competition as well. So, boy, no, it was a great game, even though it was 0-0. Jordi Alba and Neymar came up with the goods in extra time.
Extra time. I mean, when Jordi Alba scored that, the way they celebrated, it's as if they've already won the trophy. I was like, come on. It's just how many minutes into the extra time. And of course, Neymar came up with that one, and we knew it was actually sealed. But Sevilla, I think they put up a very wonderful performance.
Surely.
I mean, 90 minutes, no goal, and they even had more threats. You know, they even have more threats coming from there, the chances and all that, than even Barcelona in the first half of the game, and even the second half of the game. But just give it to Messi. I mean, got the 2 assists for both of them and all that. The second one was awesome.
Just sublime.
I mean, that's the Messi. He just came up, okay, this is what I can do.
And that man that just showed now, Luis Enrique, ever since he became Barcelona coach, and he's won 7 out of 9 competitions. That's amazing. Amazing stuff.
That's 100% record there.
I think this is the second Copa del Rey.
Back to back,
Wow.
Yeah, I think even at that time they lost Luis Suarez also, and Rafinha came in. I was like, okay, maybe this wasn't going to be their day and everything. But somehow, well, it's Copa del Rey and it wasn't Europa, so Barcelona just had to win that sport.
They had to win it, and so. We'll see how it goes. They had that wobble at the end of towards the end of the La Liga, but they recovered nicely to win the La Liga and to win the Copa del Rey.
So Barca did the double.
I mean, that's his bottom line.
They did the double. It wasn't particularly a good season for them.
I mean, no, I don't agree. I think it's a good season.
It's a good season for Barca when they make it to the final of the Champions League. That's Barca.
But no one.
And when they have a dominant run in the league, they won the league.
Fair point.
But
it's a league. What matters at the end of the day is who finishes at the top, and that's what Barcelona did, even though it was just by a point over Real Madrid. So congratulations to Barcelona and the lads.
Yeah, and the last Barcelona actually were not the only team, all the cup, all the league cups they actually played, and surprisingly, everyone actually went into extra time, every of those games, except PSG, of course, and sometimes you get sick of just hearing that. I mean, it's just getting boring anyway, when he's just dominating everything, treble, I mean, back to back. Who does that?
PSG.
There was a time Lyon was doing that in France.
No, I mean, you're winning the League Cup, you're winning the French Cup, you're winning the league. I mean, 3 times in a row now. It's also
Zlatan, running off everything.
You understand?
With 2 goals again.
Come
on. this phase will pass for them, and then you
it's
see
not looking like that.
Yeah, it will pass.
Manchester United, right? They got to win the FA Cup.
Manchester United as well.
Firstly, good one for United, and what a game! Never won against Crystal Palace.
Never.
It's just lovely to watch cup competitions because everybody, and then you start wondering, where was this form during the league?
Yeah, that's why it's the cup competition.
I know. Everyone just wants to win.
Exactly. In
it's
the
just
cup,
one
you've
game,
got a
and
good
it's
chance.
the final.
Exactly. And special mention to Mark Plattenberg.
That's right.
He's going to referee the Champions League final. But in that game against United,
it was awful.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's putting it really harshly. I think it was below par. I mean, Crystal Palace had served a couple of chances. He could have let them go.
Yeah.
He just brought it back for a free kick, and you're wondering, okay, this guy will wake up and just remove the advantage out of his dictionary today.
I think the only thing that got right was the red card he gave to Chris Smalley, who was trying to be a rugby player on the football pitch and all that. We actually tackled on the player to get him off, holding his leg and everything. He better be careful in the Champions League because what he did on Saturday night wasn't pretty at all.
Yeah, it looked like he was overawed by the occasion. So what's going to happen when he's actually officiating the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid? He has to be on his A game.
He had to. He had to. Okay, from that now quickly we'll talk about the Diamond League. I mean, there's one lady, Blessing Okagbare, of course, we definitely want to talk about her. She finished second, getting a season best in Diamond League in Morocco, 11.11 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, so
good one for Blessing Okagbare. I mean, she's Nigeria's, let's be honest, realistic hope of winning the medal in athletics in Rio.
Realistic?
And yeah, she's the only hope, and we all know it. And for her to...
What do you mean? We have
11. Yeah, 11-11, she finished second in this race behind Elaine Thompson of Jamaica, who ran 11.02
seconds. That's the one.
I mean, that's not Shelley Ann Fraser. That's not Veronica Campbell-Brown. So she has a work cut out going into Rio.
Excuse me,
Austin,
I was trying to let you know the male athletes we have that can run at the Olympics, and you guys are not giving me attention.
Austin, we're focusing on the Diamond League, the league for the best athletes in the world, which we don't even have the men here. So let's focus on this one. They are not even part of it because they don't even have what it takes to compete at the Diamond League. So Austin, let's talk about the ladies who are doing us proud, okay? Thank you. We were talking about Anita Jetta. She actually finished 5th in this one with a time of 11.32 seconds. So it shows that I think Blessing Okagbare, I think it was actually Thompson who gave her the run because for her to finish 11.02 seconds, so she just had to power on and just take a look at where she was before she actually almost, got it. But, well, I mean, the distance
was quite a gap.
That's
quite a gap.
Okay.
9 seconds is a lot.
So let's leave Nigeria and I'll talk about this lady. I said it here that she will be back.
It's taking a while.
It's taking because I mean, if you go through what she's been through and she's coming back now, she still remains the favorite for the 800 meters in Rio. So and with the success of the Diamond meeting, I think Caster Semenya is one you should look at. And Cecilia took it further that South Africa. Doing so well in athletics. They're doing so well at the moment. You have them almost everywhere. In 400 meters, they're doing well. In 1,300, they are there. They're in 400, they're in 200. In swimming, they are also there. So it just once again puts a knock.
1 minute 56.64 seconds in the 100 meters.
So world leading time.
World leading time, of course, in Morocco also. That's on the record there. I think we just can't wait to see her. She's back. Remember all the issues
the gender controversy. I mean, that must have been really horrible times for her.
She was a girl and all everything. But I'm happy she's able to bounce back. Now she's 25 now, so she's older and wiser. So definitely she'll take it up from here. So South Africans are actually the team to even watch out for at the Olympics. We know Nigerians, okay, they're trying their best and all that, but when you look at the different meets across the world, if you look at the time they're finishing and all that, even our own Golden League here, now the time is really very poor, the time they're returning. So you now have to focus on those who are running the best time